Good morning, my friends. I got a bunch of social content here, and I wanted to create it for epoxy flooring as well, because I know there are some of you watching this channel that are finding my videos because I recorded some stuff that I was building last year, still building. I just mean talking about it last year. And what I'm doing is relevant across all home services, but nothing beats it when it's literally relevant right in front of you, doing it right in front of you. So I have my social content creator spreadsheet. It is nothing fancy. And I just want to create another spreadsheet similar to this one that just has content, just words. Sorry, content can be an image or a video or infographic, whatever, PDF. I just mean words, maybe in two emojis. It seems like it's doing two emojis every time. And what I do with this, what I use this for is like Facebook posts, Google business profile, and LinkedIn posts. I guess this would work on Twitter. I just don't have a Twitter account really running for custom mades. This would work. It's just when you get too long, like it can only handle like 280 characters. So if you go too long, you have to thread your tweets and it doesn't really work. I don't know how to like do that with Google Sheets quite yet. I know there's like Tweet Hunter you can use, but that's like a paid service on top of it. I'm trying to find ways to do this that I can just. I know there's ways to do it for nothing or for pennies, so I look for those. I do enjoy the hunt as well, so that's part of it. Um, so this is for house cleaning. I'm gonna go over to Chat GPT and open up a new GPT-4 model. And I want to get, what did I use? I think these were Facebook posts. So we're doing epoxy flooring. This is going to be a little harder than cleaning because there's more like tips and hacks around cleaning, I feel like. So how can we go about this? Epoxy flooring. Oh, son of a bitch. It is a tweet. Whatever. I'm publishing it on all platforms. Like there are marketers that will bitch about that, but that's because they are someone with that kind of an opinion is like an expert in one channel and they know the nuances of everything within that channel. So they know the nuances between a Facebook post versus a LinkedIn post, maybe, for example. Whereas someone who is a Twitter expert doesn't really know much about Facebook. Well, I don't, quite frankly, I don't give a damn because at the end of the day, this is a cleaning company and I need more people to see my estimate form. I know how to do that. So there are a lot of things that can be done differently, and there are about a billion ways you can market your own company. This is just one, so take it with a grain of salt. If it resonates with you, do it. If it resonates with you and you still don't want to do it, that's okay too. We're just here to learn and see what else we can do. Epoxy flooring tips. We want, let's say, we're going to do Facebook and LinkedIn, but I'm only ever going to prompt for Facebook. So it's epoxy flooring. Like there are not like there are a lot of ways to do it, but how many right ways? Like you know what I mean? Like you could. Mm, Okay, okay, okay. Mm, what to do? What types of businesses most benefit from epoxy, oops, epoxy or polyaspartic coatings? Okay, I need to expand on it. Yeah, I know this. Okay. So what I'm doing here is basically seasoning this chat. This little agent. My face is still. I'm seasoning this to so I then can reference it. So now I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna see how many it gives me first and say, okay, give me X number of tips or benefits. I know what I'm going to do. Okay, it's gonna give me probably 10. I want it to. I'm always trying to be polite with it, but like you don't really you like don't need to. It costs more money to be polite in this. In bullet format, craft. Okay, so there's 11. 10 Facebook posts. That's super convenient. Facebook posts. Um, mm, 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 mm. I'm going to make it like reference number one, warehouses and distribution centers, but I'm only going to talk about that. But I'm going to make sure how I do this and see how I want to word it. Craft 10 Facebook posts. Um, targeting suggestion number one. Okay, so I'm going to stop this because, okay. I'm going to copy. I'm going to chat. I'm going to 3.5. I'm not exactly, I'm not like thoroughly impressed with these. Um, they look like these. And I think I used 3.5, but I'm not sure. Maybe I used GPT-4. Either way, it is so fucking slow. So I'm sorry. I am going to switch the model. I'm going to start a new one. It's on its default. Shoot. Oh, I still have it there. Okay. I want it to new chat and see what this gives me. Okay, so dang it. I need to let it finish. Sorry. Only one message at a time. I know. Let's stop. It's probably. Hang on a second. Okay, I think it's going. Okay, gosh. So we have these here, but now GPT-4 gave us these. Now I want it to Excellent. Oh, beautiful. That's fine. Okay, so there's 16 here. Okay, now I want it to, how did I ask it here? I'm just gonna see how it compares. So we're just gonna do number one right now. It didn't include emojis. Okay, so 10 informative. Feel free to use emojis when able. Beautiful. Let's see how these turn out. Industrial, hospital, kitchen. Perhaps this is why I used GPT-4. Because screw it, I'm going to use this for epoxy it. Bear with me. Oops, we're going rogue. And it's I'm not familiar with it. 002 is under setting. Phone numbers. This one. All right. Okay, so these are the businesses. Let's roundabout way. I can tell why I don't like these. Because it didn't listen to me. I said target industrial. It was fine. It was fine. This is good. Hospitals and clinics. Okay. Is it industrial? I don't think so. Is this industrial? I don't know. Retail? No. I'm going to call that commercial. That's why there are two different words. Educational is not industrial. Then we go to office. Then we go to residential. GPT-3 is fine, but it is dumb. Than 4. Okay, so we're going to do this after each post. Enter twice with the CTA to call this number. Wait, call or text. Or if they prefer to email, it's let's see, okay. Try this. I don't want it to include that link. It's gonna take a while, but that's all right. Perhaps I can pause it while it does, because you don't need to like hang on here, I think, for right now. Hang on. All right, coming back to complain. I think this is going to be difficult to paste into spreadsheet. I'm still going to do this. I'm not stopping it. But I want to copy and paste all of it, but I think it's going to put it on a new line where I need it to be like 10 rows. It also didn't enter twice. Like I needed it to. I don't even think it's going to finish the 10 though, honestly, because it didn't do an intro. The emojis count as like 2 tokens or something like that, or 2 characters, or they're double than what like a letter O would be. So the more of those, like it's got hyperlinks, it's trying to bullet. There's way more formatting than what meets the eye. So it costs more. It's not expensive at all. It's just different. Okay, so this should be it. What I want to do is be able to copy all of it, bring it over. It worked. Beautiful. So now I'm going to have to, I don't know why that's a link though. But since this is social content, we don't need to hyperlink. Certainly, it's excellent. So what we would do with this, I have an importer sheet here. Take it and post at a specific time. This sheet has to be literally exactly like this, with the headers, in order for it to upload into Nurturely Plus properly. Um, but I would take the content and put it. I didn't put any links, so you got the link here. You have image URLs. You can use GIFs. You can use videos. Um, we take this, all those, paste it into the content, upload it 90 at a time, so you can upload 3 months of content at a time. But here we already have, 11 days worth. So what I would say is, please repeat the same for suggestion number 2, and be sure to um, include a line break or two between the content and call to action. Let's see if they listen. Now we're into automotive. That is beautiful. If that works, I'm going to pause again and see how that turns out. If that works, it's going to. Okay. Moment of truth. We are copying bullets, bullets, bullets. It is copy. It didn't do it. Well, the good news is that it's the same. Is that it's the same for all. Go like this. So thankfully, file. Oops, sorry. No. Resize to 30. Okay, that one's all right. But I don't need to thank you much. this. So I am going to peace out the video to record. Anyway, so if you happen to be just scrolling through, the next one I am going to be talking about is MCAT. Again, missed call auto text. It is the phone number, much like the one that I'm using right here. The 704 number is an MCAT number. And that is simple automation that watches all of your missed calls and will text anyone that you miss a call, and it'll try to save that opportunity. So if you have a line that all potential clients call, it should be an MCAT line. I think we are able to now, as of very recently, be able to use existing business numbers. So I know that was major. So if that's you and you are still interested, Dish, let's get you set up. It say oops, that looks ugly. That is that whole thing. Sorry guys. All right. Talk to you soon.